Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about solving quadratics using the quadratic formula. So, quadratic formula. What's nice about the quadratic formula is that this will work for any quadratic equation, whether you can factor it or not. You will always be able to get an answer here. All right, the main thing that you need to know is that your quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c, it must equal 0. So you've got to be able to make a happy face. If it does not equal 0, you have to make it equal 0. Okay, so must equal 0. Must equal 0. Which is not the case for all of the types of ways to solve, but for quadratic formula, it's a must. Okay, so here's the quadratic formula, and I'm not sure who taught me with this song, but it goes perfectly with Pop Goes the Weasel, and if you sing it a million times to yourself, you're gonna learn it, I promise you. So remember, we're solving for x, so x equals, you take the opposite of whatever your b value is, you add and subtract or plus and minus the square root. Then you do b squared minus 4ac, that's underneath your square roots, and then you divide the whole thing by 2a. And so when I said sing it, Pop Goes the Weasel, it's x equals opposite b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. See? If you do it enough times and you write it enough times, you are going to know it. I promise you. All right, so here's how it works. We're going to just go straight into some examples. So example number 1, I want to solve 6x squared minus x minus 15 equals 0. Okay, so I'm happy. It equals 0. I can write my happy face. All right, I know what A is then. A is 6, B is -1, C is -15. And then we put it in the quadratic formula, which is x equals opposite b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so now it's time to put substitute our numbers in. So x equals the opposite of b. B is -1, so it's going to be a positive 1. Plus or minus, take the square root of b squared. B squared, 1 squared is 1. Minus 4 times a, that's 6, times c, which is -15. Then I'm going to divide all over 2 times a, which is 6. All right. So x is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus, and I know it's a plus because I've got this minus sign and this negative that we're going to multiply together. Those two make a positive. And I get, that's 360. 4 times 6 times 15 is 360. We're going to divide by 12. So this is 1 plus or minus the square root of 361 over 12. Now, I just happen to know because I did this problem earlier, this square root of 361 is the square root, excuse me, of a perfect square. The square root of 361 is 19. So this is going to be 1 plus or minus 19 over 12. So this is still 2 answers. I need to give the 2 answers. Here's where the 2 answers come from. One comes from the plus, so I get 1 plus 19 over 12. And the other one comes from the minus. So then we're going to figure out 1 minus 19 divided by 12. Okay, so this is 20 over 12, which is, let's see, 4 goes into both of those, right? So it's going to be 5/3. And then this one is -18 over 12. And 6 goes into both of those. So this is going to be -3/2. So my 2 solutions for x are 5/3 and -3/2. That is how the quadratic formula works. It's all about knowing the formula, knowing that it has to equal 0, knowing your A, B, and C, your coefficients and constants, and just kind of cranking through the numbers. Okay, so let's try. Well, I'm going to give you some right now. I'm going to give you one right now. I want you guys to try. All right, let's see how you guys do. So the problem here is, for example, 2. Example 2, you have 13x squared minus 8x plus 1 equals negative 3x squared. Okay, so before I even let you kind of go off on your own, what do you notice here that we have to have that we don't have, right? And we don't have a 0. Can't make a happy face. So the first thing we need to do is add 3x squared to both sides. I cannot use it until I can equal 0 and draw that happy face. So these make 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. And I'm going to use these values for A, B, and C now. Not the originals, but whichever ones they changed to after I had it equal to 0. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do. Use A is 16, B is negative 8, and C is 1. Try it and see what you get. All right, let's see how you did. X equals opposite B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Okay, so X equals, take the opposite of B, that's 8, plus or minus, take the square root. Negative 8 squared is 64, minus 4 times A times C, all over 2 times A, which is 16. Okay, so I get X equals 8 plus or minus 64 minus 64 over 32. Well, it's going to be 8 plus or minus the square root of 0 over 32. Well, square root of 0 is 0. So this is just going to be 8 over 32 because add or subtract 0 doesn't change anything. Simplify this and I get 1/4. So this is only one solution, and that's because inside of our square root, which is called the discriminant, we'll talk about that later, is 0. And when it's 0, there's only one solution. Okay, so that's how we use the quadratic formula. I want to show you guys one more type of example because we've learned how to simplify square roots and we know how to simplify fractions. So that's going to take us to kind of the next step of problems. So far, every one of the problems that we've had, you can take the square root of you could take the square root of B squared minus 4AC. They were perfect squares. But that's not always going to happen, right? So what happens when I have a problem like this one? So it's x squared plus 10x plus 18 equals 0. So that's good, all right? And I know that A is 1 and B is 10 and C is 18, right? For my A, B, and C's. Okay, well, let's x equals opposite B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Let's put in our numbers. I know x is the opposite of B, so it's going to be negative 10. Plus or minus, take the square root. 10 squared is 100 minus 4 times A times C. Put that all in there. All over 2 times 1. All right. Okay, let's simplify what's going on in here. So x is equal to negative 10 plus or minus, this is going to be 100 minus 4 times 18 is 72 all over 2. So I get negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 28 over 2. Okay, so if you can't simplify anything, your answer would be finished. However, we can simplify at least the square root of 28. So we've talked about simplifying before. So I'm going to do my simplifying over here. Negative 10 plus or minus square root of 28 over 2 is negative 10 plus or minus. I know that there's a perfect square factor of 28, and that's 4. 4 times 7. So what I end up with is negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 4 is 2 times the square root of 7 all over 2. Now I look at this and I go, oh, well, I can still simplify some more. I can break up the big fraction into smaller fractions with the common denominator. So this ends up being negative 10 over 2 plus or minus 2 root 7 over 2. Negative 10 over 2 is negative 5. Plus or minus the 2 divided by the 2 cancel out, and I just have the square root of 7. That is my final answer. So not only did I simplify the square root of 28, but after I was done with that, I noticed that the denominator of 2 could divide into the negative 10, but it will also divide into that coefficient, that 2. It has to be both. Cannot be one. Must be both. Okay? So I split it up into its common denominators, and then I can simplify. All right, so that's something to keep in mind when you're doing these quadratic formulas. Your answer may not be done yet. You could still simplify at the end. So I'm going to give you guys one more to try on your own. Okay, so this is going to be example number, I think it's 4, right? Yeah, example 4. All right, so we get x squared plus 12x plus 18 equals 3. So just be careful. We don't want that 3, so we're going to subtract 3 from both sides so that I can get that 0 I want. And I'm left with x squared plus 12x plus 15. All right, so A is 1, B is 12, and C is 15. Go ahead and pause and see what you get. Make sure you simplify all the way. Simplify all the way. All right, let's try this. So I know that it's x equals opposite b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right. X equals opposite of b, negative 12, plus or minus. B squared is 144, 12 squared, minus 4 times a times c, and I'm going to divide all over 2 times 1. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So this is negative 12 plus or minus square root of 144 minus 60. 4 times 15 is 60. Then we're going to divide by 2. This is negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 84. Divide by 2. And this square root of 84 does have a perfect square factor. So negative 12 plus or minus square root of 84 over 2 is negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 4 times 21. Okay, so I can do 4 times 21 there. So I'll take the square root of 4 here. So this is going to be negative 12 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 21, and then we'll divide by 2. And then I'm going to separate this into its common denominators of 2. So this is going to be negative 12 over 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 21 over 2. So our answer is negative 6 plus or minus square root of 21. Those are our 2 solutions for that answer. All right. Just be super careful of your square roots. You're simplifying. And I think you guys will do great. All right. We'll talk to you later.